wonderful day to everyone out there. You are welcome to another Insightful Moments edition. I am Jare Tiamiyu. Today, we will be looking into the affairs of the students in Osun State, most especially the Association of Students, the National Association of Osun State Students, National Headquarters. We are going to be looking into what has been their achievements in the past 12 months that the present administration has taken over. The administration is being led by Comrade Salahudeen Teslim Ayowale, popularly called Speaker. It was sworn in on January 15th, 2020. From then to now, it is more than 6 months, which means he has spent half of his administration, half of his tenure. What has been the achievement so far? What has he done? The coronavirus pandemic has affected it. How are they maneuvering the challenges put toward them by the coronavirus? And more so, the issue of stakeholders. National Association of Osun State Students. Some people have been saying that it's just a name on paper, that it has not affected the lives of ordinary students. It has not impacted positively the lives of ordinary students. How is this present administration changing the narratives and the role of stakeholders? How are we minimizing it? And how are we ensuring that it is actually for the progress of the association? That is what we are going to be discussing today. Stay tuned. I'll be right back. As I said earlier, we are going to be discussing with the President of National Association of Osun State Students, National Headquarters, Comrade Salahudeen Teslim Ayowale, popularly called Speaker. Mr. President, welcome to the show.
Yes, sir.
We'll be looking into your achievement in the past 6 months that you have taken over the mantle of leadership as the President of the association. How has been the association so far?
Thank you very much. Once again, my name is Salahudeen Teslim Ayowale. I hail from Irepodo local government, Ilobu to be precise. I'm a student of Federal University of Ekiti, studying theatre and media arts. I got the mantle of leadership of National Association of Osun State Students on the 15th of January 2020. It has been tough as expected. It was one of the leadership positions that is very tough, like that is leading your colleagues. Most especially in students arena.
Yes.
You have people that are even more wise than you, that are brilliant than you, and the likes like that.
Yeah.
So there is no way you be leading the caliber of people like that. That's not tough.
Okay. When
I was campaigning, I came on board with WASET as an agenda.
Okay, WASET.
Yeah.
What does that mean, sir?
It's my 5-point agenda when I came to office.
Okay.
I targeted welfareism, academic advancement, security, entrepreneurship training, and talent hunt, among all. By the way, we still have some things that we plan to do that are not part of that.
Okay.
Like fighting for student bursary, try to facilitate scholarship for our members and the likes like that.
Okay.
I just took it personal now to include it as part of my agenda. In the past few years, I've experienced our predecessors taking it as one of the agenda to facilitate bursary and scholarship for our members. But unfortunately, by the way, they couldn't do it. It's as if you promise something that at the end of the day you cannot actualize it. If you look at it from my own perspective, you see that the issue of bursary and scholarship is not something that the leadership of our association can pay themselves. They can only agitate, appeal to the government of the day to pay the student this bursary.
Okay, let's now talk about the government. I want us to at least move as fast as we can and to touch all the issues. You talk about the government now. I would like you to tell us how supportive has the government been. I'm not talking about the state government alone. I want to talk about the government, the local governments too. These are the governments at the grassroots, and as we speak today, they are having their allocations directly from the federal government, which means there shouldn't be much complaints about assisting the students. Improving the level of education at the grassroots. How supportive are the local government level and even the state government?
Thank you very much, sir. You can see that our dialogue with them has not been productive to that extent.
Okay.
Like before we came on board, or let me say, we learned it in history around 2001, 2002 that the local government are paying bursary directly to students. So now presently there is nothing like that. Even the state government that you are telling that you are appealing to pay bursary for students, we are appealing to them on the basis of as a privilege, not as our rights as at that time, because they have removed it from the budget to the State House of Assembly this time around. So it's giving us tough time to fight for this bursary. Sincerely yours, the state government have been infecting their very best. Though when we came on board, it was tough. Sent series of letters and the likes like that. We experienced a very hard moment with the state government and the local government at that time. By the way, you know, this COVID-19 pandemic, I can say almost all the sectors are victim of this pandemic.
Yes.
So our administration as well, we are victim of this pandemic. So it's really have ravaged a lot of our plans. But by the way as well, during this pandemic, the state government has been so supportive to some reasonable extent. Okay. Most especially in giving palliative package for our members. At the same time, by the way, we have proposed some things before them as well. Okay. Like the issue of our bursary scholarship. We made a proposal that they should look at vulnerable students, do scholarship for vulnerable students, if at least if it is just 10 or 20 students per local government. Okay. They can do something on that.
And then are there, positive responses from them?
Like last week,
okay,
we met with some delegates of the government.
Okay.
We proposed the issue of scholarship and the likes. How we can pay that scholarship. Because I learned something in the system that I see some people that are in charge of that scholarship and the likes that they will be proposing like 800 million, 1 billion for scholarship and for bursary and scholarship. Okay. Our neighboring state, Ekiti State government, they pay bursary like around April, May with just 26 million naira.
If I want to ask, before we go for a break, you have just said something now, which is very, very important, and it has to do with data.
Yeah, of course.
How many students are you leading as we speak today?
Thank you very much. We find it very difficult to have accurate data of our members.
Okay.
Because how are you managing it? We are not limited to this country alone.
Okay.
We have members in other countries, neighboring countries like Ghana, Egypt, and the likes like that, across the world.
But how are you managing it now?
Thank you very much. This is what we are trying to do. We have chapter presidents in all institutions across this country. And for those that are not living in this country, we have NAOSS, Ghana chapters and the likes like that. And they have their own chapter president as well that is coordinating them. So we have access to them. We have a personal group chat on WhatsApp that everybody, we are there. If there is any issue, we raise it there, we discuss it there as well. And then at the same time, collectively, we'll provide solutions to it. As I tag my administration collectivism 2020.
Okay.
So that's how we have been managing the administration so far.
Mr. President, we would like to go on a very short break now. But when we come back, we have to talk about the role of stakeholders. Because it has been in the issue of NAOSS that there are some people that are no more students, but they call them stakeholders. And these are the people hitting fat. They are the ones eating the largest bone as far as the association is concerned. Stay tuned. I'll be right back. Comrade, thank you for being with us.
Yes, sir.
So let's now go back to the other aspect that I said. This sort of stakeholders, micromanaging the association, or using the remote control for the association from wherever they are. How are you managing the stakeholders?
Sincerely yours, the now stakeholder is one of the most reasonable stakeholders of students around this southwest and Nigeria at large. Okay. I'll look it from the perspective of they are progressive. Okay. They look at how we can get dividend of democracy in student arena to our members.
Oh, wow.
Look at it from this angle. Look at our neighboring state like Ekiti State, Osun State, Oyo State, and the likes like that. The leadership of their indigenous union usually used like 3-4 years there, and nobody will challenge them. So for the commitment and investment of our stakeholders here in the house, we do have smooth transition every year. So if not because of the investments and commitment of our stakeholders, I can say I will never be NAOSS president, because the person that translated the power of this association to me might have used like 2-3 years, in which by that time I might have graduated as a student. That will not have that opportunity again. So they are trying to manage and balance things all. Then at the same time, even in this Nigeria,
okay,
we still have a stakeholders issue. But I think our own problem in house is the government. They fail to empower youth, most especially our stakeholders. There is no job for them and the likes like that.
So when there is no job for them, are they now resorting to the union,
no,
to the
course,
association?
What I'm trying to draft out there is this: if maybe as a student you finish your NYSC now,
okay,
you get maybe a federal appointment or federal job like that, or state government job or anything like that that you're busy doing, you find it very difficult to be intervening in the issue of students,
okay,
which will pave way for the new set of.
I hope you are not
well.
actually alleging the stakeholders of joblessness, and that is why they are still part of the association.
No, never.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to let you understand is we are trying to appeal to the state government that they should empower youth in this state, most especially people that have sacrificed themselves, their time, their everything in the student constituency, at least to manage the state and some little like that.
Let's now talk about your relationship with the Ministry of Youth. You know, as you have just said now, there is a need for empowerment of the youth in the state. Apart from your own agenda, pursuing your own agenda, how are you influencing the policies and then decision and even the budgetary allocation to the youth in the states as a prayer group?
Thank you very much. Before we got ourselves into this COVID-19,
yes,
that's around March, we have youth policy review from the Ministry of Youth that led by Comrade Salahudeen. He's one of us, a very reasonable and vibrant brother for.
That's Commissioner
for Youth and Sports in Osun State. I was part of delegate from the students' side to review that policy. We look at it, how they can make use of that ministry to empower youth in health sectors, agriculture, the likes like that, so that we can have our youth busy with doing something. You understand, sir? And to some reasonable extent, with what is on ground, we believe that as soon as this COVID-19 is gone, we expect something reasonable from the ministry covering the youth. By the way, as a prayer group, we will not relent. We'll keep approaching them, most especially when we see it. You understand? When we see something necessary for them to do, we'll definitely do that. But what is on ground with that review? Definitely, I hope that we have a very.
Were you part of the Youth Development Commission bill were you part of the stakeholders? Because I asked during one of our episodes, we asked one of the pioneers of the bill, and he said the association was also involved.
Of course, but one thing about NAOSS is this: it's just a year in office. You understand? The moment you transfer your administration to another person, the person that got the mantle of leadership might not get the system before 4-5 months in office. You understand?
So you understand the system.
Yes. If not because of a privilege as well, I might not even be able to catch up with those things as well. You understand? And as the leader of students as well in the States, we are trying to invest our very best to make sure that the real students enjoying the dividend of democracy in student arena. Like during the course of managing my manifesto WASET before pandemic, we invest our very best in, as a student, intimidation comes from different angles. You understand? From lecturer, from government, you understand that they will just be intimidating students because they have power over us. But as the leader of the students, we have invested our very best to make sure that we intervene in every issue that concerns our members across the country. Federal Police, Laro case, one of our members there that was accused of being a cultist and the likes that we intervene, and with the glory of God, we record success at the end of the day.
So that SUG president,
of course, is a member of Osun State.
I think it's a very
yes.
note.
Then at the same time, we have issue there, Federal Polytechnic there. One of our member, one lecturer like that, harassed him and the likes, and we intervened. At the end of the day, we demanded for justice and we had it. You understand? And at the same time, during the course of getting ourselves getting our members the real dividend of democracy, we organize, having look at it that this lockdown order, you know, it really affects the education system.
Yes.
It really affects all the sectors. But you know, as the student leader, we are so much concerned about our members. We look at the way we can turn that lockdown to our opportunity as well to learn.
That was exactly the area I wanted to go. What are your achievements in the office?
Yes, by that we organize a skill acquisition program for our members, and we are able to train over 2,000 students that have interest.
Wow,
in different fields. Some people learn how to do Jare, Kampala, and the likes like that. We taught them Python and data science, how to code Python and data science.
Wow.
We taught them graphic designing, how to make shoe and the likes like that. They were opportunity to choose around like 8 different skills like that. And at the end of the day, I can tell you, if you interview some of our members around this state today, some of them have turned that opportunity to be making 1 or 2 things for their own self. At the same time, they are able to that have interest in what they learn from us. They are able to move further and find some things to do with it. By the way, at the same time, after that training skill, we are planning to have a kind of essay competition for our members now across the state.
Okay.
That one as well will accommodate lots of people, and we are hoping to give them a gift at the end of the day that was like 500,000 and the likes like that.
Okay, when is that one coming up?
Everything is set already. Everything is set.
Is there a date for that?
We are at the enrollment level now.
Okay, well, can you tell us the mode of, very, very, very brief, because we have less than 1 minute.
Okay.
In a few seconds, can you tell us?
We are at the enrollment level now.
Okay.
So they will start the enrollment by the end of this month.
Okay.
We'll do the enrollment within just a week.
Okay.
Then after that, we'll do the first segment online due to COVID-19. Then after that, the first 20 among them that pass will come for physical essay competition, and at the end of the day, we are going to award the best 5 among them.
Wow, that's a very fantastic one, and I think that will actually change the narration that association has not been impacting on the members, especially those that are not too fast in unionism. So that was a very wonderful session with your Comrade Salahudeen Teslim, popularly called Speaker. That was a very referring session with the president of National Association of Osun State Students, Comrade Salahudeen Teslim Ayowale, who was able to tell us what the association has done and what they are aiming at doing. He also told us what the roles of stakeholders are and how they are contributing very well to ensure that they are having smooth transition from one administration to the other. He also said they are having that very large number of stakeholders because most of them are actually not empowered, they are not engaged, and that is why they are actually looking back to ensure that they are part and parcel of the association. Before I sign out today, I want to actually give a special commendation to the state government of Osun under the leadership of Mr. Jare. Why do I want to say this? It's also about coronavirus. The way the state government has actually tackled this coronavirus deserves our commendation. Why? In the early weeks of April, Osun State was third on the log. We had 32 cases, and Osun State, even precisely Ejigbo, became the sinusoid of everybody wants to know what is happening there. But from then till now, that's more than 2 months. Osun just had 16 cases. We now have 50 cases. Considering the fact that there are some states then that did not have a single case, but those states now, because of the way their government manages, they are now having over 100, 160. Let me take an example of Kwara State. Kwara had 0 cases. Even after 3 weeks, after that early month of May, Kwara was having like 5-6 cases, but now Kwara is having over 160 cases. We look at what is happening in Abia State. Look at what is happening in Kano, over 800 cases. River State, over 400 cases, and some other states like that. Even Oyo State there that were saying, oh, because they did not have lockdown, all this and that. Now Oyo State is having over 500 cases, which means our state government was proactive enough and they deserve the recommendation. Everybody that has been watching this show know that I don't praise sing, but when it is time for us to commend, when it's time for us to appreciate people's efforts, we have to do that, and that's why I'm doing today. I'm actually commending the Commissioner for Health, Dr. Isama Rafiu, and some other people that have been at the forefront of this. Please, I give you kudos. That is how far we can go on this show. There's some other time when I come your way. I am Jare Tiamiyu. Special shout out to all my crew members, Bamidele, Mayowa Ajayi, Said Zakaria, and Fatima Ayowale. Thank you for working with me. Please, there's some other time I say, have a wonderful day. Bye for now.